Hey, what's up, CMP? Jason here. It is Sunday night. I just posted the WOD, and I wanted to go over a couple things with you guys, the workout, and then a couple of announcements. So first up, just remember, started last week, but it was kind of short notice, just so you guys are aware. Every Thursday going forward is what we're calling a half and half day. So you're going to have half the hour, actually a little bit more than half the hour, to come in and work on all of this stuff that you want to create, okay? All this stuff you want to create. Remember, if you didn't already, check out the video that I posted on I think it was last week when we did the goal board. I posted a link to a video on my Facebook page, not my personal profile, but I have a business Facebook page where I do some videos and I talk about setting SMART goals. So remember, the goal needs to be specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic, and timely or trackable, depending on how you do the SMART thing, okay? So if your goal is general, if you don't really have a clear timeline on it, use this week's opportunity to come through and wipe it out and put in a clear timeline. In other words, if I want to improve my deadlift by 50 pounds, then I'm going to say deadlift plus 50 pounds by July 1st, or whatever the date is. I got to give it a date, all right? I got to give it a date. If I don't give it a date, it's just wishing in the wind. It doesn't matter, okay? So put some dates, some specificity to your goals, wrap your mind around what it's going to take to get there, and start paying the price. Remember, if you want something, don't negotiate the price that you're willing to pay to get it. That's what too many people do, and they end up mediocre. If you want to change your future, it starts right now, okay? So be that as it may, take that for what it's worth. Thursdays, come in and work on those goals. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to jump into the time machine. I don't know if you guys can see this behind me, but you can see it on TriggerWOD. And we're going to travel back to 2008, all right, back when this workout was a murderous workout for CrossFit athletes. Today, it's no problem. It's amazing how much the advancement has come. It's no problem for many athletes. Even average athletes are have no problem doing these movements and at these loads. Today, this workout would probably be much heavier and much longer. But it's a great little workout and it's a great test, especially for the deadlift. So tomorrow we're going to warm up, we're going to do a run. Beth's going to get you going with your posterior chain. She's going to get you mobilized. And then we're going to go into the strength portion where you guys are going to grab PVC or unloaded barbells and make sure that you're hitting the deadlift positions properly. Beth is a master deadlifter and she will be able to get you in the correct position so that you can use your body to its fullest extent, okay? It's a big engineering problem, right? Some people's arms are longer than their legs and vice versa, and Beth can look at that and tell you where you need to be, all right? She'll help you solve that engineering problem. Then you're going to do a 3x8, okay? So 3 sets of 8. Remember, we've got an X here, so that means it's going to be the same weight. And because you're going to be deadlifting heavy in the WOD, you want to work up to a moderate load, but don't overdo it, okay? Don't overdo it because I want you to be fairly fresh going into the WOD, at least not beat up going into the WOD. Once you've done your 3x8s, you're going to rest 5 minutes. All right? Be sure that you get 5 minutes of rest. This is not a long WOD. It's not going to take you guys very long. In fact, there's a 12-minute time cap, so you have plenty of time to work on your deadlift form and function, and get with Beth if you have any questions prior to going into the WOD. Okay? So once you're done your 3x8, you're going to take it easy, and you're going to breathe, and you're going to reoxygenate, and let your body generate some new energy for you to burn during the course of the WOD. Now the WOD, the reason it's the time machine is CrossFit Games 2008 WOD number 3. This is a deadlift burpee WOD. It's 5 deadlifts at 275, 195 for the ladies, and 10 burpees, say, for 5 rounds. All right. So if you want to watch some fantastic progressions, take a look at some of the CrossFit Games videos from today, and go back, and if you have Netflix, it's on Netflix, but pull up a movie called Every Second Counts. And Every Second Counts is a documentary of the 2008 CrossFit Games, and you can see people like James Fitzgerald, who owns OPEX, and Jason Khalipa, who actually wins it, and Chris Spieler, and all these big names in the CrossFit world who are always up there, or who have recently retired because they've been doing it for 8 or 9 years. So check that out. And you'll see these guys at the highest level at that time doing this workout and talking about it's just murderous, okay? So I think Fitzgerald finishes under 4 minutes. I think most of the guys finish under 4 minutes. I mean, they're really flying through the burpees. And 275 deadlift, for them at that point was really not a big deal, which is why most of the deadlift wads at CrossFit now are much, much heavier. The sport has progressed ridiculously. So 5 rounds per time, 5 deads, 275, 195, 10 burpees. And remember, get your rest, and also the 70% rule applies, okay? Anytime we're doing a WOD and the WOD is heavy or it could be perceived as heavy, if that weight is 70% or more than 70% of your 1 rep max, then you're dropping down, okay? There's a chart on the wall right here. If you know what your 1 rep is, you just find 70% and it'll tell you what you cannot exceed during the course of the WOD, all right? And that's so that you get a good metabolic conditioning workout. We don't want you having to do 1 rep, stop, wait 30 seconds, do another rep, stop, wait 45 seconds, because you're burnt, okay? So remember, 70%, no more than 70%, that always applies, all right? Lastly, a couple little housekeeping issues in the gym. So you'll notice behind me, by the equipment room, we started a new stack of weights. Eventually this is going to be a new weight rack. But you'll notice on the end there are 2 ammo boxes, a 50 cal and a 30 cal. Over here on the opposite side of the gym, we can't really see them because it's behind the hole, but there are 2 more ammo boxes, a 50 cal and a 30 cal. In the 50 cal box, you'll find collars. In the 30 cal box, you're going to find chalk, okay? So you can pull the chalk out into the middle of the floor if you need it. We have 2 chalk buckets now. We have 2 canisters for collars now. So if you're on this side of the gym, you don't have to run to that side of the gym, and vice versa. Ultimately, we'll have enough weight over here on this side of the gym so that you don't have to run over there for weight, okay? So that's the plan right there. And lastly, over here, I'll just walk down here so you guys can see. There's little ammo cans. Reclaiming some floor space. There are no mats here, okay, in front of this weight rack. And there will be no mats here ever again, all right? That space has been reclaimed, and those mats have been attached to the end of our gym here. So when you open up the roll-up door, the mats will always be there, right? They're always going to be there, and probably what we'll end up doing is matting that whole area outside where our 2 parking places are. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's workout is going to be a blast. Check out Every Second Counts. It's a tough workout. You'll have fun. It's going to be a real challenge for a lot of you guys, but it's pure CrossFit, getting back to the roots. Remember, this whole sport started in a garage and then a small gym, and we are exemplifying that here at CrossFit North Phoenix, and we're happy to have you guys as a part of it. And so tomorrow when you come in, get ready to do some work, and I think you'll be really surprised at the difficulty of this, what would now be perceived a very, very basic workout. So hope you guys have a great night, get lots of sleep, lots of food, and good day tomorrow. I'll see you in the gym.